What is up? We are back, and as I said in Instagram, we're bored. Me and Jeffrey, we hadn't done bro talk in a while, so but we're back. Jeffrey's been busy. I've been doing some stuff, and but we're back.
Yeah. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Definitely been a little too long, but like Tony said, been busy for sure. A lot of working. Comic books NYC. What's up, buddy? Mr. Gretzky. Good to see you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so long that Jeffrey texted me today. He reassured me that he wasn't avoiding me.
Yeah, I had to. I've been working like more than I want to work. Let's put it like that. It's been crazy.
And it's like I've been like I don't know, like I've been tired lately. I've been putting in like a lot of extra work, like a lot of extra hours at work, and like I'm on a mission, man. Like I keep saying, I'm on a mission. Like so, trying to get stuff that I want to get. But like I said on Instagram, one of my favorite characters, the writer posted, and I hit White Whale up because White Whale is also a fan of Booster Gold, and I'm a fan of Booster Gold. And the writer of the Booster Gold movie says the script is done, and he's just waiting for just like everything to get to casted and everything to go, and we're gonna get hopefully a Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, Ted Cord, buddy cop, or buddy movie.
Right.
So that's what we're hoping for. Chico, quit tripping.
I'm looking at an article about it online right now, and it's basically just going over what you just said. That they have the script, it's been turned in. The director and producer has proclaimed that he's happy with it. Something that's ready to go, but DC and Warner Brothers need to give. Yeah.
Booster Gold #1 newsstand, baby.
Hey, it just needs to be greenlit, I guess, by DC and Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but. And so I'm thinking that the whole thing would be kind of cool. Like I was talking to whenever I did Western Grails with a Fuchsia and Soldier, we were throwing around that Owen Wilson would be a good Booster Gold character. Like just like if he like hit the gym a little bit, toned up, and just like I can see it, man. I can see it. I just like just a comedy, just like his dry comedy. Like he tries to be serious, but he's still funny. He can pull off a Booster Gold.
Is that how I've never read any Booster Gold. Is that kind of how he is? Kind of like comedic in a sense, like
yeah, like in the sense that like he's trying to be serious and he's trying to be taken serious, but he's more seen as a joke. But it's like to me, all right, like the Booster Gold story is like okay, he starts out like as a star quarterback. He gets embedded in like the scandal and gets kicked off the team and stuff, and loses all his stuff and ends up as a security guard at this museum for superheroes, and he steals a ring, a Legionnaire ring and a suit and some other stuff, and goes back in time. And when he goes back in time, to become a superhero, but not only become a superhero, but to become rich. And so at first he comes back to become rich and famous, and have money. And and be known in the future as a superhero, because he knows all the stuff already that's going to happen. So he tries to use that towards his advantage of being a superhero and benefit off the money of it. And so everybody sees him as a joke at first. They're like, he's not taken serious by anybody like Batman or Superman. It's all about photo ops and trying to get endorsement deals and stuff. But in the end, Booster Gold ends up being this real tragic hero where it's like, it involves a lot of time travel. But he ends up being like, this guy that's like, he sees that he really is, a hero deep down. But people still think that he's a joke, but he really is a hero that, that sometimes they'll need.
Right, right.
But he's a pretty cool, pretty cool character. I just always just dug Booster Gold for some reason. He's just, you can tell. And a book that you probably like. If they're going to do a movie on it, this would be a book that you need to get. Captain Adam. I'm trying to think.
So Booster Gold, is that his first appearance in Booster Gold issue #1?
Yeah, that one is. And dang, I have his origin. Like all of his his origin is in Booster Gold, and his and then he has like his first. I'll post them all on Instagram later here. But his first his story, his backstory is in his books, as well as when he joins the Justice League. That's also another book where he joins the Justice League, which is a funny story too, because they all get beat up and Booster's like the last guy standing. And he's just like, oh crap, I don't think I can beat this dude. And then he ends up winning the fight somehow. And they just like, hey, you want to join the Justice League? And he's like, yeah.
Right? Why not?
So Booster Gold, man, it's just a character that you'd have to read up on. I mean, like some people don't like him. I like obscure characters, so I read stuff like that. And,
yeah, for sure. No, that's cool to have like that.
But that would be a book that you would need. Booster Gold #1. Also, the book back there is Justice League #1, and that book back there is the first appearance of Maxwell Lord. And Maxwell Lord is the guy that kills Ted Cord, which is Booster Gold's best friend, which is the little dude right there next to Booster Gold. But yeah, that would be another book also that you might want to get if they do a Ted Cord, Booster Gold kind of thing. And if they introduce Maxwell Lord, then that would be their antagonist, their villain or whatever. He would be their villain, probably. Not saying for sure, but probably, because he is the guy that kills the Blue Beetle. So
that was the other rumor they were saying is like the Booster Gold and the Blue Beetle movie are kind of in the works together. So
yeah,
it might be like some type of tie-in thing, but that's good for DC because Marvel's got so many of their characters out there and into their cinematic universe. I feel like it would be good for DC to kind of give us some new material, maybe some stuff that people aren't already aware of, because we all know a lot about Batman and Superman. So step outside and maybe give us some. I think that might help them if they come up with some characters that not everybody knows, but bring them in, do some good movies with them, and kind of expand upon their universe.
They're saying JP's budget collecting saying rumors Max Lord is in the new Wonder Woman. Still, then you would need to get this book right here. That would be the book that you would need to get, because that is his first appearance. Maxwell Lord, and he's also the guy that kills the Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's first appearance is Captain Adam. I can't remember if it's 48 or 68, but it's Ted Cord's first appearance in a Captain Adam book, and it's not the Captain Adam from DC. It's a different Captain Adam from like Charlton. But yeah, that'd be a book that you would also need to get to if you're looking into that, because I'm quite sure if they're doing a Booster Gold movie, they have to tie in Ted Cord somehow, because it would be funny if Ted Cord would be the reason that he came back in time, or somehow like that, or they tie it in somehow where it's like they end up being buddies through time travel or some weird thing like that. But just to see the interaction between the two, it would make a great comedy movie. It'd be kind of like their Ant-Man and Wasp, but more comedic. So I could see that happening. So it'd be a good movie.
Hey, did you watch Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank. I am mad about Money in the Bank. I am upset for them just to hand Brock Lesnar the Money in the Bank and just be like, here you go. Not only could he just get handed a title match, but it's like literally he got handed a title. Literally,
that was so bad. Like I was just, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pay-per-view up until that point, and it wasn't the way that he got it. It's just the fact that he was even a part of it. Like we just got rid of Brock Lesnar. I'm tired. Like everybody's tired of this guy. Like why even bring him back? Like I don't know.
Yeah, and I was hoping Drew McIntyre was going to actually pull it off and get the Money in the Bank, and
We were
and to see
talking
him
about
cash,
that.
and get to see him cash in, man. Because like I think he's due. I mean, like if you're gonna give it to Gender, and then like okay, you gave it to Junior Mahal, so
My only thing is, okay, if you're gonna do this, okay, Brock's done with UFC. Maybe he's decided that he wants to come back and be a full-time wrestler. If he wants to come back and be a full-time wrestler, I'm totally cool with it. But this only showing up for pay-per-views, this only showing up for main event matches, I'm done with this. Like, give us somebody who's gonna come and put on a show every week. At least be there. Maybe even if he doesn't wrestle. I'm just wondering if they're going to do something where maybe he doesn't go after the Seth Rollins belt. What is that? The
I'm the Universal.
the Universal
I don't
Championship.
want him going after any belt. I'm tired of
I don't
Brock
either.
Lesnar. I'm like wash and repeat, rinse, recycle. I'm tired, man. I'm burnt out on Brock Lesnar. People, if y'all like, right now, I'd like to see Batista. Batista could have won Money in the Bank, and I'd have been more happy about that than Brock Lesnar winning it.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't hate Brock Lesnar. I just can't stand a guy that's not gonna.
Put in the work and effort, man,
Yeah,
right?
he's not gonna be there. He's not gonna if he's champion. He was worse than Hulk Hogan, man. Hulk Hogan back in the day. If you don't remember Hulk Hogan back in the day, Hulk Hogan would wrestle maybe once. He would do like that's the rule or whatever. Back then was like once a month you would have to wrestle. So he would show up once a month and wrestle maybe like some jobber, maybe or maybe like a mid card guy. Sometimes some made up person like Zeus or whoever they could come up with, and he'd wrestle them. But he'd keep the belt for a while, and that's what they did for a while, and they do that now. And it's like, so when CM Punk had the belt, John Bradshaw Layfield had the belt for almost a year and something. They just, they put in like when Seth Rollins first had the belt before he hurt his leg, he had the belt for a while, and it's like they put it on people and they leave it on for a while. Finn Balor would have had probably a long run if he wouldn't have got hurt by Seth Rollins. So
Yeah.
to me, it's like they put the belt on people for a while, but I think Kofi is going to lose the belt real quick. I think Kofi's going to, that to me it was like a kind of a statement win, kind of a like good on you, Kofi, for all your service.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little surprised that Kofi still has the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I was super happy he won it. Don't get me wrong, and I'd like to see Kofi keep the belt for years, but I'm really shocked that he.
This is my prediction. They're worried about Kevin Owens. I think Big E's going to turn on Kofi Kingston. I think
so?
I think Big E is going to pull a heel turn on Kofi Kingston.
I
wouldn't doubt it, but if it doesn't happen, don't quote me on it. I'm just saying that would be my logical choice as a writer to make it a story to be like, hey, you're worried about Kevin Owens when you should be worried about Big E, because Big E, hey, I'm just saying, he was on the shelf. He could pull that card where, you didn't come see me, Kofi. I was in the hospital. Nobody cared. You were out here. You tried to replace me with Kevin Owens, blah, blah, blah. I can see it. I can see it going off like that.
I can see it too, because on Monday Night Raw, like Kofi had that fight with Kevin Owens, and they were interviewing Kofi and Xavier in the back, and it just kind of felt weird. Like I kept waiting for Xavier to come out and go heel and turn on Kofi. So I'm with you. I feel like the new day is, there's a possible that they're gonna implode and be no more, or Xavier and Big E are gonna turn on Kofi or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'd say. And speaking of Money in the Bank, this is going to be directed towards the Hunt, and this is an idea that was brought to me by Chad 90 MF Comics, and I think that I've got I talked to the guys, and I think I'm going to implement this stipulation in the Hunt to make the show a little bit more interesting for people and more fun. And what it is we're going to do is it's going to be called Comic Book in the Bank. And so we as we do the Hunt or whatever, we always do, you know, the hustle or whatever. And we've done a little wrestling, you know, talk or, you know, promos and stuff on the show. And I gave you my tone impressions and, you know, let that come out a little bit for people if you haven't seen it. And so what this is what we're gonna do is this is the deal. So say we do the show with White Whale and say Jeffrey wins. So Jeffrey's the champion. Okay. So he gets to pick, you know, the next week's topics or whatever that we're gonna do. And then we do the midriff challenge cover and say like White Whale wins that or something. And so, you know, he wins that. So since I didn't win and since JD didn't win, me and him can get together and decide who we want to pick in the community to be either Mr. or Mrs. Comic Book in the Bank. Now, if there's only like, you know, one person that didn't win or whatever, you know, like say like I didn't win and say JD won the cover challenge and Jeffrey won the whole championship or whatever, and the guest didn't win, so I would be the sole person that gets to pick or whatever, like who I would want to be, you know, Mr. or Mrs. And the person that we pick has 3 shows to show up and either cash in or not cash in their opportunity to bring whatever book they hunt down and find and see if it's worthy enough to defeat the champion for the hunt championship. So that means like no matter, so basically what we're going to do is like when we start the show, we're going to send the whoever's the Mr. or Mrs. Money in or Comic Book in the Bank, we'll send them the invite to the show. It's opened up to them. So like we can be doing the show and they at any time in the show, if they jump in the show, that means that you are automatically cashing in your Comic Book in the Bank and you want to challenge the championship of the hunt. So that is going to be like another way that we can get an extra guest on. So, you know, and then it brings a little surprise to the show. So you're never really going to know if somebody's going to run in or not, or show up or not, because they have 3 shows to do it. And if they don't, then they forfeit their, you know, their briefcase basically, or their Comic Book in the Bank. They forfeit it. So then like we pick another person. So this is Chad's idea. And I think it's a great idea, and I'd like to implement it into the hunt. I'd like to get more people on the show. That way we can rotate more people in and out and bring more of a fun aspect to the show. And, yeah, get more winners, more champions, because we've only had one champion, and that's been Comic Head 84, besides me and Jeffrey and JD. So this is the chance for more people to win. This is the chance for, you know, more rotations, more fun, more great books to get shown. And hope you guys enjoy the idea. And who knows, you might get a DM on Instagram asking you to be Mr. or Mrs. Comic Book in the Bank. So I recently was hit up on my Gmail saying that my C2E2 books are basically ready to be shipped to me. And yes, I'm excited, but I'm also sad, excited, because I know I made a mistake when I went up there and I dropped my books off, because like normally like when I do it online and I can click everything or whatever, you know, if I want it pressed and cleaned and all this stuff. Well, I've never done the drop off thing. I'm a rookie at that. So I did the drop off thing. Well, I didn't realize that when I did my giant size X-Men and my all my X-Men books basically, that I didn't, for the Claremont signing, that I didn't mark on the paper to have them pressed and cleaned. So I was like doing my my next signings and I realized it, and I went back to the CGC booth and I told the guy, it had probably been like 15 minutes maybe. And I told the guy, you know, hey, can I redo the paperwork or, you know, change it? And he was like, no, you can just call and let them know and they can change it and add it on and all this other long process. And I was like, I'm not, you know, he's talking, you know, like it turned into that, you know, Charlie Brown parent.
Right.
Like as soon as he said call and change and do all this other, I was like, no, I'm not doing all that. Just so whatever grades I get. So I really didn't like expect but it's kind of funny because it's going to be like the PGX challenge thing where people take PGX books and crack them and then send them to CGC and see if it's a difference or anything.
Right.
So that's basically what I did. So we'll get to see next week. So what I'm going to do is these books are coming next week sometime. So I plan to have What's Your Grails with me and Jeffrey and all you guys and probably somebody else. It's probably gonna be three of us. And I'm gonna open up these books and we're gonna look at the grades and we're gonna talk about my time in Chicago. It's gonna be basically like my Grail show by myself and Jeffrey kind of like hosting me.
Yeah.
So I will be the guest.
Yeah, right. It's about time, Tony.
What's Your Grails? And Jeffrey's the host.
Yeah.
So that'll be a first. So we will be doing that next week. So I will be the guest on What's Your Grails because I'll be unboxing my C2E2 books and we'll get to look at the grades. And also, I sent off more books today, which my wife was like, "You're an idiot."
Yes. Oh, Tony's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Actually, I have been sleeping on the
couch. Oh no.
but not by choice. Not by choice.
Okay.
It was just like I was watching, like I'd work late or whatever, like if I close or something, I'll come home and I'll turn my TV on and I was watching John Wick or something like that. One or two, I can't remember, but I was watching John Wick and I was laying on my couch and watching it, and I usually just like pass out. Your dogs cuddle up on you and you pass out. And
yeah, I usually sleep on the couch too, but that's just because I don't have anybody else to sleep with. So. Yeah, I watched Shazam the other day. That was good.
I liked it. Yeah, and yeah. Did you watch a lot of stuff on that? So, if you don't know, hey, what's up, Bucha? Yeah, Bucha knows the deal. Yeah, Bucha knows the deal. My wife says, Bucha 047 is a guy that I used to game with, and he's still a real close friend of mine, real good guy, lives in New York, and dude, like he would hear stories, like we'd be gaming, and he would hear like my wife talking about, oh, you're worth like 120 grand dead. And behind my house, there's this field. And she would talk about burying me in this field and stuff, right? And so that's why Booch is saying bury you in the backyard again. Because that's why, like if I wouldn't talk to them for a while, they would be like, they would actually be like, he's in the backyard, she buried him. We have to call somebody in Oklahoma and let them know that he's missing.
Check on Tony.
Yeah. These are that's when you got some real good gaming bros. When you got gaming friends like that that'll look out for you and states away and know where you're dead and buried at, and know that they can call the police and be like, look, man, he's been missing. We haven't gamed with him for like at least 2 weeks. That's not like him. So, Bueller. Hey,
Bueller.
Our book is coming back next week. So Thursday, I'm the guest on my own show, and Jeffrey's hosting.
Yeah, What's Your Grail with Jeffrey Comic-Con.
So we'll get to see the grade of the book of the Sketch Grail 94 X-Men.
Well, what's your guess? Take a guess on that book right now.
Me, I'm gonna guess like because Alex the Comic Corps said anywhere from a 3 to a 4, so I'll say a 3.5. I don't know, 3.5.
I was gonna say probably around a 4, just because of the cover. But I don't know what I mean. Like maybe.
Well, see, like none of them got pressed and clean. That's why I'm like mad, because I'm like, dude, I forgot to. Because like if I'd have done it on a computer, I'd do that all the time, like press, clean,
I'd like to see the grader's notes. Are you gonna get any grader's notes on it?
Hey, he did get a copy of it. That's cool, dude. I'm glad you got a copy.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's still our book, though. I'll just keep it in my house.
Yeah. Bueller got some nice grills. You need to have Bueller on your show.
Yes, I need it. Yes, I get.
He just got that big one, I know. So like that would be
Yeah,
a good
Bueller. When you gonna come on? What's your grills? I gotta get Bueller on here too. Yeah, because Bueller has not been on. He's ducking me. Oh, okay. So we will do it. Okay, so Bueller will be on the show after I'm on the show.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I did send, like I said, I sent off some more books to my
It's
wife.
okay. I know the feeling, Bueller. Don't worry.
To my wife's dismay, I sent off some more books, and I sent. I can name off a couple of them off the top. I sent Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. I sent Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, that rare book or whatever. I sent that off.
Thomas Churchill, like I didn't even know about that book. I learned about that one from Thomas Churchill. I've been looking for that ever since. It's not easy to find.
No, it's not. And I sent it out to CGC. I'm hoping for a 9.8. If it comes back, I know it won't come back below a 9. So that's, I'm hoping it comes back at least a 9.6, 9.8. If it comes back a 9.8, that's gonna be cool because it's just something like I either might sell or I might keep in my collection. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I know I sent that book. I sent Them Legs. I sent Zatanna 16. I finally sent it in to get graded. Hopefully it comes back a 9.8. If it comes back a 9.6, I'll be like, Thanatos! Thanatos!
Yeah.
I'll feel Thanatos' pain of getting a 9.6 or something like that and not getting a 9.8. I'll feel it. I'll know what he felt like. So I sent that, and then I sent the Avengers 12, which is the Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, nice.
That. And now this is what I did with this one, though. This is because now they suggest those labels where you can get the personalized labels. And so what I did was, hey, what's up, Great Legend?
Legend, what's up? Yeah.
So what I did was I sent the book in. It's an Avengers book, right? But it's got Iron Man on the cover holding the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever in his hand. And it's kind of a key moment in Endgame. So when it asks if you want like the personalized little plate thing on top of your CGC book, I said yes. And but I didn't put the Avengers one. I put the Iron Man one. And I want to see if they're going to put it. And if they don't put it, I'll be like, okay, well, I know you can't request that then. But if they put it, that'd be cool because it's like it's an Avengers book, but it's an Iron Man moment. And so that to me would be kind of cool just to have the Iron Man plate up there instead of the Avengers. So hopefully I can pull that off without CGC noticing. Or maybe they'll let me get away with it. I don't know. I'm paying for it, so they should just let me have it.
Right. Yeah. I need to see the people.
No, I didn't. I can't say I have a sleepover with Jeffrey.
Oh man.
So yeah, I sent some more books in. What I know I sent and some other books that we'll leave as a surprise, but there's some pretty cool books that I wanted to get graded. And one book I sent like it's a guy in the community. It's his book, and I want to see what it comes back as. But I'll talk about it whenever I get it back or whatever in a month and a half or 2 months.
Since the Great Legends here, that just reminded me. Somebody, a friend of mine, Mike Johnson, was telling me today that I believe in this new Fantastic Four series, like issues 11 and 12, they're going to do a crossover, like a tie-over with Immortal Hulk versus Thing. So Immortal Hulk's going to be popping up in the new Fantastic Four series. Hulk's going to smash Thing.
Didn't he hit him one time so hard it like stopped his heart or something like that?
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
probably smashed him into a bunch of little tiny rocks.
Why are you talking crap about the Legend? It's okay, Legend. I got him back there. There's the thing right there. He representing. You know, my boy Captain Marvel about to put the work in on him. But yeah, so if you were wondering where me and Jeffrey had been, Jeffrey'd been working. I'd been working. We just been busy, but
working too much, man.
So yeah,
I'm just playing with you, Legend.
we
Just
decided to throw out a bro talk. Yeah. Hey, what's up, John?
yeah, John, what's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. Been a while too. Let me know when we're doing the list next, because it's been a while. I feel like.
Yeah. I gotta get back on there. Feels like I gotta do I'm gonna be on Just a Rican show
Oh, really? Which one?
on June 1st. Yeah, with
Oh,
y'all.
nice.
I think it's Saturday. I think, isn't it?
Oh
And then
yeah,
the coast to coast,
is that coast to coast show he does?
yeah, the coast to coast show. I'm gonna
It's a
be on
great
there.
show, man. He's got some good hosts on there with him.
Yeah. I think there's a guy. What's his name? I can't. He's good. He's good at shouting at the chat. Like
He's
almost
got
good as you.
Edwin and Perry.
Almost as good as you, I think. Yeah.
It's probably better than me. Yeah, no, Rod's a great dude. We've been looking forward to getting you on there for sure.
Yeah, I'll get on there. Uh,
Oh wow. I'm sorry,
oh
John.
wow. Sorry to hear that,
Hopefully,
John.
yeah. Hopefully Becky's doing better soon, man.
Yeah, so John, if you missed it, we were talking speculation about the Booster Gold movie because they said the script is ready and it just needs to be greenlit. So I was saying that like you need to get the Booster Gold #1. Like me and Alec Whitewell recommend this for everybody.
Yeah, be ready to pay for it.
Yeah, because it's about to. Because like I mean, like it'd be kind of like weird if it's 6 degrees of Jeffrey.
Yeah. Well, that's not an easy book to come across either in the wild. Like, I mean, you could get on eBay and find it for sure, but like,
Yeah, you can get them. It's just like I think I'm gonna buy another one since like if and it's just like I don't know, like I like that. See, that's like all right. I liked him, and then it's like I liked Nova back in the day, and like that's why my son likes Nova now.
yeah,
And because like Nova was an obscure character in Marvel, nobody really talked about him. You know, just like Speedball was an obscure character, and then like they happened to put him and Nova on New Warriors, and I was like, so then like I ended up liking New Warriors because I was like, yo, I like Speedball. He was an obscure character, and I like Nova. And I was like, oh, cool. Then they introduced Night Thrasher. I was like, well, who's this dude? He's kind of like this badass dude on a skateboard with bulletproof armor and magnesium flares that he throws in people's face and a blade knife that pops out of his wrist, and he's got a choke cord that he pull. You have to, if you never read New Warriors, you have to pick it up. Mark Bagley does some great artwork in it, and it's one of my favorite stories. Reggie loves it too. Reggie's one of a fan of Mark Bagley and New Warriors. I am, but yeah, Booster Gold is a book that you need to get right now before it gets up high. I said like you need to get the first appearance of Ted Cord because that'll probably be a tie-in if they do the Booster Gold movie. And I said Owen Wilson should play Booster Gold.
that'd be
So
so.
so yeah, and then like I was saying that this book right here is another spec book, Justice League. Hold on, let me. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to roll back there. But yeah, Justice League #1 from 1987, and it's got Shazam and Guy Gardner and Batman, uh, Ted Cord, and a few other people, Mr. Miracle. But yeah, this is a book that's the first appearance of Maxwell Lord, which is the guy that ends up killing Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. This is his
Huh.
first appearance, and he's supposed to be J.P. Collecton said he's supposed to be like I guess the villain in the next Wonder Woman movie.
Oh,
So this
that's
will
right.
also be like another book that you can get for that too. So you never know. So if they introduce Blue Beetle into the Booster Gold and Booster Gold movie or whatever Booster Gold movie gets made with Blue Beetle, Maxwell Lord will somewhere be tied into this because it's going to be a universe tie-in basically.
Nice. What's up, Daniel? We got Daniel Arzola, my buddy, in the chat. How you doing tonight, man?
What's up, Daniel? Digital Marvel, yes.
Monsters in My Pocket Is those like the little toys? I used to collect those as a kid.
Oh, so speaking of which, I'm gonna show.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Daniel.
What is this one?
Always good to see you around. Hey, real quick, I just want to give like a shout out to Comic Geek McD. Like, if you guys know Comic Geek McD, he's going through some things. I think right now he's health wise, he's not feeling too good. I think he was working at a comic book shop, and I'm pretty sure the shop that he works at just went out of business. So I think he's having a little rough time with some things right now. So just keep him in your thoughts. Comic Geek McD, miss you
Yeah, same thing for Soldier and Future Only.
for sure.
If you follow them on Instagram, they are also in a meeting to get some help on some things, and
Yeah, they're selling off some books and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, the great legend Luke Wilson is tech. That would be funny to get the
I
brothers
kind
to
of was
play.
thinking that just for the brotherly factor.
Yeah, to get that would be hilarious to see them two do that because he already has Luke Wilson has brown hair and so does Ted Cord, so they could just go ahead and do that. Yeah, I would pay to see a Owen and Luke because they actually act good together. If you ever seen movies where them two are together, they actually do have a good acting chemistry together.
Well, all right. Matthew McConaughey. I'm surprised he's not in the Marvel universe.
So I showed this book off on Instagram. This is Iron Man 150.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I showed that. Well, I was at my buddy's shop and he had this he had these two books. Well, these two books in a bag and not even he was sorting keys. And when I say keys, I'm talking about stuff that you'd be like, let me
Yeah.
let me get those.
Right.
Let me get that. But this was in the bag, and it was in. It's damaged, but I wanted it because it's the first part of the story, I guess it is. But this is 149, and it's got the Doom Eye, which I'm gonna get another copy of this. This is a newsstand, but it's got the Doom Eye. But you can see right here, there's a tear in the cover, but that's the only part that's messed up. But I wanted it anyway because of the story. It ties into the 151, so it ties into this one. This is the other part to that. So it's like this one, then this one. And so I wanted to read the story, so I got this one. I think I paid like $1 for it or something like that. But
I can't beat that, man.
yeah, you can't beat that. And then this was in the bag also with it, which I seen this. I was gonna buy this, and what cracks me up is Reggie and Comic Smurf said that when I talk about a book or I think about a book, it shows up. So I was looking at this book the other day on eBay, and I was gonna buy it. And I didn't because I was lately I've been on an Iron Man kick lately since the Endgame movie, and so I already love Captain America. I got all my Captain America stuff. Right now I'm on the hunt for Iron Man, and I'm on a Flash kick too right now, and some other stuff. But my collecting's weird, so there's no telling where it goes. But there's always a method to the madness at the end. I don't know why, and I don't know it either.
Well, that's good because I don't ever think there's a method to my madness.
But this is the book that was in the bag with the other one, and I thought that was hilarious, and I just laughed because I was like, wow, it just showed up. There it is, the book I wanted to get, and there it is. But this is Invincible Iron Man 80, and the reason I wanted this is the Jack Kirby cover.
Oh, nice.
And I just think that's kind of sweet that it's Jack Kirby, Iron Man. It's not in the best condition, but my motto, love grace better than no great.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Chad? We got 90 mother effing comics in the house, and our boy Bonafide from Bonafide Comics. Good to see you guys tonight. Thanks for joining us. If you guys haven't checked it out, Chad just got done doing a Ninja Turtles live stream every Thursday. He does Turtle Talk, and I was watching that before we came on live tonight. So, hey, C. Woodard, another panel member from Turtle Talk. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Hey, what's up, C. Woodard? Now, this is a book that they've been speculating on and talking about because of the Paramount deal, the acquisition of Atlas Comics, and whatever else that the Atlas Comic deal is or whatever. But it's just leave it to my buddy to have any and everything in his shop. I just thought it was funny. I didn't think that this would be in there, but I did. I found it. I found issue number 1 of Iron Jaw. There it is, and all its ugliness, cheap knockoff Conan goodness. Iron Jaw. The
Hey,
lamest logo name ever for a character, but there
sounds
it
like a
is.
sounds like an old Nintendo video game or some Iron Jaw.
Iron Jaw. Yeah. So
What is up, Chad? Comic in the Bank. We were talking about that earlier on this live stream. We were going over some of the rules and everything that we just were discussing for that. So yeah, that is a thing that is going to be happening. So we'll see
yeah.
how that goes.
Yes, Comic in the Bank is a thing on the hunt now. So if you're lucky enough to be Mr. or Mrs. Comic in the Bank, you have up to 3 episodes of the hunt to cash in for your chance to win the championship. So,
But don't count on it. The band is being tuned.
exactly. So know your role and shut your mouth. And if you step in the ring with 3 of the best, you best believe you best stick out your chest because we're gonna cave that in, buddy.
If you smell
What the tone is cooking. Oh yeah, that brute thing. Yeah, I seen that book. I was like, that's crazy. And now this is a book that I showed before, but like I didn't really like look at it again until I looked at it later, and then like I didn't know. I mean, I know what it is, but like I didn't really like. I looked at it again, and like I looked it up, like to see like what it goes for and if it's any significant value. But it is, I guess, kind of cool book. It's Justice League of America #9, and it's the origin of the Justice League. So kind of some old school goodness there. And I read books like this though. It's like so that's like stuff that I like read. Like I'll read it and then like I'll say like then like is Caleb still Caleb? You still in the chat? Caleb Comic Smurf? Because all right, he sent me Tales of Suspense 48, which is the first appearance of Iron Man's red and gold armor. And I sent that off. That's another book I sent off. So we'll find out what the grade is on that when it comes back.
Nice. That'll be cool.
I mean, even if it comes back like a 1.5, 1. I love that anyway.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't either. That'd be cool.
It doesn't bother me. As long as I got the book, buddy, and it's protected, let me have it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff for the hunt, but like,
I don't. That's the thing. I've been so busy. I got some stuff. I got them. I got the cover one, and I have a book for Hustle of the Week, but I'm not sure if it's something I really want to go with. But like I said, today's the first day in 2 weeks I had a chance to get out and get to my LCS, and I was there for like an hour, and I'm looking through all the books. I was just like, man, I don't like this one. I don't like this one, and then I randomly came across one for the cover of the week, which was Midriff. That JD. Got one that I'm happy with for that. And then I got a couple that I was kind of like, all right, maybe for the hustle, but I'd like to try to find something else. I guess it just depends on what time I get off work tomorrow.
Yeah, that was like me. It was like I couldn't find like a midriff thing. I was just like, man, it was killing me to find that. And then like today was actually like the first day like I was off and like I didn't have anything to do. And then like my wife decided to find me things to do, and I was like,
yeah.
Like it went from me like my plan was to get up, go see John Wick 3.
Oh.
And go to the comic book store. So I get up, take a shower, get the kids off to school. And I'm just like, I'm ready. You're like ready to start your day because you got your stuff all planned out.
Yeah.
And then like your phone goes off, and it's one of two things. It's either the boss or the boss.
It's either work or the wife. Right?
Yeah, work or the wife. And so it's the wife, and she's like, "Oh, I went grocery shopping." And when she goes grocery shopping, like mind you, I manage a grocery store, so I deal with this stuff all day long. And for you go back making motherfuckers, excuse my language, but for you go back making people, you know who you are. You're the people that get stuff and get up to the counter, and then you're like,
I don't want this. Oh,
I don't want this, and you put it like right on the gum,
Yeah.
or in the pop cooler, you put it in there. So, but anyway, so like I hear it from my cashiers all the time.
Oh yeah, I used to be a cashier. That was the thing. Is at the end of your shift, before you got off, you had to put all your go backs up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes there's so many like because I worked at a craft store, like, and it was holiday rush. Everybody's buying Christmas stuff. Like I'd have a full basket of go backs at the end of the night that I gotta go put up before I get off work. Sometimes I'm just like, come on, man, really?
Yeah, yeah. See, yeah, that's like one of the things. But anyway, so I I manage one. So I don't like being at one when I'm off. So my wife's like, "Oh, I went shopping. You need to go get this."
Yeah, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
So
She went shopping.
Yeah,
Does
she
that
went
mean
shopping.
you ordered it on the phone and you got to go pick it up, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. So she shops online. Like she'll shop online, order all the stuff. Oh, it's convenient for her. Not convenient for me because I got to go get it. So I had to go get it.
I went shopping. You got to go pick it up.
Yeah. So like I mean like it's not a bad deal because like if you never done it before, all you do is just pull up and you call this number and then like they come out and they put your stuff in your trunk or whatever. Well, I had already went to another place that she had sent me before, and I had stuff in the trunk already, and so like, and I got a big trunk, and so like I'm like, okay, there's stuff in the trunk. So the guy that brings out the other stuff, he brings out like this. So there's me, my car, right? I have a sports car, so my car is sitting here, and then there's an SUV. So this guy comes out with like this big rack of, like just like food and stuff. I'm talking about like a lot of stuff. And so I'm just like, oh, that must be for the SUV. And I'm sitting there, listening to my music. Dude walks up, tap, tap, tap. I look up, I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, your order. And I was like, I look out and I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, man. I'm like, dude. There's no room in the trunk. So I'm like, you have to stick it in. Like, so he's shoving stuff in the back seat, shoving stuff in the front seat, shoving stuff in between the seats, wherever he can get it, up in the window, wherever he can get it. And I'm just like sitting there thinking, like, mind you, I have a sports car. She has like a Jeep, so she has more room than me. So I'm sitting there thinking, why the hell am I getting the groceries in my car and she's got the Jeep, the bigger vehicle? And I'm like, dude, I was so mad. I was just like, dude. But women do stuff like that to get shit. So it's like, and it's your day off, so it's your day off. That that was my whole day off. So then like I didn't get to go see John Wick because I was doing all that stuff. So then I'm like, okay, well maybe I can go see go to the comic shop and go see my buddy and hang out there and catch up, see what he's doing, see what stuff he had. So I haven't ate anything at this point in time because like I've been doing all this running around. I skipped breakfast because I took the kids to school and I was like, screw it, and so I haven't ate anything. So I'm hangry about this time, So I'm like, I want to go to the comic book shop. So she's wanting to go do something else. So this is where in a relationship as a guy and a collector, we have to make a stand.
Oh, yes.
So she wants to do her thing. But I didn't get to go see John Wick, so I was mad about that. I'm hungry, so she doesn't want to eat right now, so I'm mad about that. And she wants to do her thing, so I'm mad about that. And I want to go to the comic store, and she doesn't want me to go, so I'm really mad about that. So, as a collector, the collector in me was like, screw it, go. Walk out the door, go. Get the keys, go. Get your card. Get your money. Don't forget your money. Don't forget. Pick your wallet up. Pick your wallet up. Check your wallet. You got your wallet. Get your keys. All right. Make sure you get your keys because she locks the door. You gotta get back in.
Yeah.
So I sneak out, get in my car, take off, go to my buddy's shop. hang in there for about like 30, 40 minutes, talk to him about because he's seen John Wick 3, and I was like, dude, I didn't get to go see it, so don't talk about it. So we're sitting there, and I'm going through his stuff. You know, he had just got another like collection in, and I'm still hungry too. So yes, I'm still hungry, but you know, but when you're in comic books, you know, it subsides the hunger. So it's like, you know, you're feeding another hunger. It's your hunger for the hunt. It's the hunger for the passion of the book. So you're like feeding the other hunger. So you forget that you're hungry because you're doing your other hunger. You're like getting your books on. So I'm doing that, you know, and I'm having a good time, you know, and I'm finding some stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, you know. But I made the fatal mistake, the fatal flaw any man makes that's married, and it's a reaction that we all do because we're programmed to do it.
Fatal flaw.
It's a fatal flaw. I grabbed my damn phone. I took the phone with me.
I thought that's better than grabbing something else. Right?
I should have left the phone at home, but subconsciously, I never said anything to myself about grab the phone. I said grab my keys, grab my card and my wallet, you know, make sure I have my money and stuff. I never said grab my phone, but somehow, program-wise by your wife, you grab your phone because you're programmed by your wife to take your phone with you so she can get in touch with you and nag the shit out of you because she knows you're having fun.
Yeah, absolutely right. They gotta get a hold of you. They need you.
So my wife is not one that calls. She doesn't call. She likes to FaceTime and see what I'm doing.
Oh.
So if I don't answer the FaceTime, something's wrong. And she'll call and call. And so I finally, like, you know, my buddy already knew what it was. So I ignored the first one. So then, like, the second one, like, it's going off. And my buddy's like, you know, he looks at me like, he already knows, you know. So I pull my phone out.
He's probably telling you you're sleeping on the couch tonight. Huh?
Yeah. So, you know, I hit the thing. And, like, this is the funny part of the whole story to me. It was like, right. So I hit the phone. And like she pops up, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. Where are you at? And I'm in a room with nothing but comic books, long boxes, like anime stuff, wrestling stuff. You know, she knows where I'm at. You can see.
Oh yeah,
she just wants me to say it. So as soon as I say I'm at the comic shop, I get this face. Click. And she hangs up, disconnect, you know, and that face is frozen for a second, you know. So it's like, and I'm like, okay. So she's mad. So I'm like, okay. So my buddy already knows she's mad. So I'm like, okay. So I'm still digging though. I'm like, you know, okay. So I keep digging. So phone goes off again. It's her again. So I answer it, but this time it's my son on the phone. He's like, she's mad, so she gets him on the phone to relay a message to me. So he relays the message to me. Dad, he's 9. This the one that's in the videos all the time with me or whatever. And he's like, Dad, Mom's hungry, and she's mad that you're still at the store. You need to come home. So, mind you, the whole time I've been hungry, and I had forgot because I'm collecting. So now I remember I'm hungry. Then it dawns on me after my son hangs up that I was the one that wanted to go eat first. So now she's mad because she's hungry and she wanted to go eat. So I'm in trouble because she wanted to eat now, but I wanted to eat before, but she didn't want to eat then. So
that's the way it goes, man.
Yeah, you know? Married life, dude.
I don't know much about that, but yeah, I just know that if the woman is not pleased, then nobody is pleased. So
no,
you gotta take care of those priorities.
Yes, you do. But we have to get off here.
Yeah, so, I was just gonna say we should probably go because you got to do another.
Yeah, show. I got a show coming up here in a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna get off here. It's good to see you guys. Bro Talk is back. We just been goofing off, working and stuff, and trying to take care of bills and stuff that we're supposed to do. But
too many of those.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was like, but hey,
thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Appreciate it.